friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with Zook Stitch, and today is Monday, July 13th, 2020. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm really glad that you're here. We've had several new subscribers, so if you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, thanks so much for coming back again and spending part of your week with me. I am a couple days behind. Usually I upload on Saturdays, but this weekend my house went on the market, and so it's been a bit of a crazy weekend, but I'm here. And hopefully this coming weekend, I'll be able to get back on my Saturday routine. So it was actually a slow start to the house being on the market. So very slow, very quiet, which is a little disappointing, but I know that the right person will come along and buy it. So we're just hanging in there, keeping the house clean, which is probably the hardest part right now. And the kitties are doing well. We did spend a couple nights in a hotel as our vacation, kind of staycation getaway that I was very excited for. I cut that short by 2 nights, so I only stayed about half the time that I was going to stay. My house, which I did not realize because I live in it, but when it has been locked up tight for 2 days, it gets very, very hot. And I don't notice that because I live here and I usually have the windows open in the mornings, especially during, summertime, and it cools the house down really nicely. And I've always felt like this house doesn't get that warm. My realtor came to open up the house and get everything ready Saturday morning and said that the house was 84 degrees inside. So I made the decision to just cut the staycation short and come home. The kitties they did okay. They were very anxious, and it was stressful, and I was stressed because of that. And the hotel was okay. It just wasn't really my taste. So none of us were really relaxing. So once I made the decision to cut my vacation short and come home, we're all a lot more relaxed. It's a little more work, but I think it was the right decision. So I'm happy to be home. I had taken today off work just in case I needed to be pulled away or anything like that for offers. But so we'll see what happens. But we're hanging in there and keeping the house nice and clean and tidy as much as we can. So that's the quick update on the house. It is on the market. Again, I'm behind on comments. It's been such a whirlwind, and I don't know where the days go, but there has been very little downtime. I thought, after I got all that cleaning and prep done, that, okay, now I just have to sit around and wait. But somehow my days are filled with other cleaning tasks and making sure everything's in order, and it's just a lot. So I apologize. I feel like I've been saying this a lot lately, but I do appreciate your comments, and I will get to them. I'm just a little bit behind this week. Okay, so I think that's all kind of for the announcement. Oh, one more big announcement. We've reached over 2,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing and coming back each week. I am not prepared to do a big 2,000 subscriber giveaway, but I will work on that. I think I did. I knew that we were close, and I think I did purposely leave some items out of storage. I put into storage a lot of my stuff because I knew that we were close to 2,000. So give me a week or two to get kind of everything together, and we'll have a fun kind of giveaway for 2,000 subscribers. So thank you all so very much for your support of my channel and the Facebook groups. If you haven't already joined, if you are on Facebook, it's a really fun community. So Zook Stitch is kind of the general Facebook group for this channel, so feel free to join. You do have to answer the 3 questions. It's just to make sure that we keep the trolls away, which there have been some that have tried to get in, and you can tell in a minute. And then, or if you forget to answer all 3 questions, I just look to see, do we have Stitchy friends in common? Are you a member of other Stitchy groups that we have in common? So that's what I would look for. The other group that I run is called Friends of Hawk Run Hollow. So it's all things Hawk Run Hollow related. So we are starting, well, I'll talk about this in a little bit, but we are starting a stitch along on Wednesday, July 15th for Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. But you don't have to just be stitching Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow to join that group. It's any Hawk Run Hollow. You don't have to be stitching any of them. If you just like the look of them and want to be kind of enabled or inspired, come on over and join us over there. It's so many people are sharing their beautiful, beautiful work. So it's a really fun and inspiring place to be. All right, so let's get into it. I had no finishes this week, which is not a surprise. I did get 4 new ornament starts. Little tiny starts. I spent maybe about an hour on each of them, except for one, and I'll explain why. So I'll just start. This first one is called Left Behind. It's by Misty Hill Studio, and it's from the Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornament 2018, and it will look like this. He's so sweet. So sweet. And I am stitching this on a mystery fabric that I got in a grab pack from Bestitch Me. I won a pack of random cuts of fabric. So it's a very pretty kind of pink, a little tiny bit of yellow modeling in there. And this is my start. So you can see this is her nose and the eye. And you can hear Simon meowing in the background. So that's my start on Left Behind. And it will look like this. So this is about an hour's worth of work or so. This is a fun, easy stitch. I mean, it's just so cute. And it just comes to life so quickly and easily. Do you hear Simon? Oh, these boys have been through a lot lately. Yeah. So that's that piece. And then next up, this is by Floss and Fleece. This is from the Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments 2019 magazine. And this is called Looking Out. And it's this little window scene, which I think is adorable. And I am stitching this on 14 count Blue Blizzard Opalescent Ada, which is the called for. And I just got the start of the window. You can see it kind of sparkles. You can see that there. I just got the start of the window frame. So nothing too exciting, but, you know, it needs to be done. I like to save the dessert inside part for last. So I just started like a little bit around here. This one isn't very big either. It's stitch count 65 high by 47 wide. So it won't be very large. And I don't even know, I'm not sure if I'm all the way across. I didn't mark that off, but like I'm not sure if that's how wide it is. That might be how wide it is. That probably looks about 47 inches. Yeah, so that's that. These are really fun because they do, like I said, they come to life so quickly. So it's fun to do these ornaments. Next one I started is called Red Berry Wreath. It's by Elizabeth's Needlework Designs. Oops, I don't have... I had to get my Post-it to cover up the chart. And this one is from the 2018 Christmas Ornaments Just Cross Stitch issue. And I think this is just such a sweet, classy stitch. So this is what it looks like. Now this one I only worked on about 40 minutes because for some reason, so I had gone through all the ornaments. I picked them out. I made my floss list that I needed, which is pretty much all of them. For some reason, this one, and I don't know if it's somewhere ended up in storage or what, but for this one, I only had one thread. There's only four colors that it calls for. I only had one of them for some reason. And it's a really weird one. It's the red, which is 8/16. Is that right? Yeah. It's saying there's Smyrna crosses in here, but I don't... Did I do that all wrong and have to pull it? I did. I'm just realizing now. So, I am stitching this on 16 count Ada in white chocolate. And this is all I have. Now, this says because I only have number 8, DMC 816, which is this like deep red. So it's the holly berries. And I'm just realizing now, these are supposed to be Smyrna crosses. I don't think I'm going to take them out and make them Smyrna crosses. I think they're just going to stay as crosses. I just realized that. Read the directions before you start. But so I have this weird random start on the berries. Yeah, you can see, if you look really closely, you can see that those reds are Smyrna crosses. That's okay. It's an ornament. It's fine. I'll see how it looks. Worst case scenario, I'll rip it out and redo it. But for now, I'll keep it in. But I have to get the other colors of this one before I go any further on that one. And none of these that I'm showing you are for gifts. So I mentioned there's going to be 3 or 4 that I do want to make for gifts for this year and get them done. And I haven't, none of them are the ones from today. These are all just kind of for me. And then the last one that I started this week is called Trimming the Tree. It's a bendy stitchy design. I think that's so sweet. I really like it. And I worked on this, I think, a little bit in the hotel. This is also on a mystery fabric from Stitch Me in that same pack. So you can see I got part of the snowman body started and his first twig arm there. And got that done. So that is my progress on the ornaments. That's really fun. I am enjoying that a lot. Just getting a little tiny start for an hour or so, a few evenings each week, and, you know, kind of making some progress. After this month, I'll be doing a 4-hour rotation on the ornaments each month until they're done. I don't know that they will all get done in time for Christmas this year, which is absolutely fine. I'll be focusing first on the ones that I want to give as gifts. Okay, so the other kind of new start that I had was By the Bay number 9. This was a terrible printout because my copier was getting out of color ink. But this sailboat is scene number 9. Okay, and here is our progress so far. So you can clearly see where, so this is the end of, scene 8, and then starting here is scene 9. So I have a good chunk down here. There's a lot of stitching in these, and this one I have to fill in up to here. It's all solid stitching, this whole area. And then there's this tree kind of goes up and over, and there's 3 big leaves that hang down in a sailboat. So there's a lot of stitching in this one. But it's getting there, you know, the fence and all that is in. I feel like I'm not making as fast progress on this one just because I am doing the ornaments, which takes up a little bit of the stitchy time. But we're getting there. We'll definitely get it done this month. Knock on wood, in case something happens. This is on a 32 count Belfast linen in vintage smoky white. And my goal for this year is to get this done, and this is scene 9 out of 12. There's some cat hair on there. But, so we are making progress on that. So that was my other new start. And then my whip that I did pull out and work on last night is this Temperature Tree by Stitching Mommy. This is each, I know I explain this every week, but we always have new folks joining us. So this is a temperature tree where each branch represents a month and each leaf on the branch represents a day. And I am doing the high temps for Portland, Oregon for this year, for 2020. So this is where we are at. So last night I was able to get this whole branch in. So the July branch is completely done. So moving forward, I'll just have to do the leaves, which moving forward, once you get the branches done, the leaves, I do it usually on Sundays. It takes me about half an hour to do the whole week of leaves. So it's not very long. It's just the branches do take quite a bit because there is quite a bit of stitching in there. But the July branch, I spent a couple hours working on this last night to get the July branch done and then to get caught up through the 11th, I think. Yeah, because I wait till midnight before I write down the high temp for the day so I know that it's accurate and won't change. But yeah, so that's where we're at. nothing out of the ordinary this week. It's actually been very cool here for July, which I don't mind at all. We've been in the 70s. You can see this day, and I mentioned this last week, this was like in the 90s, 95, 96 degree day. So that was quite warm. But other than that, we've been actually pretty cool, which is great. I am not going to complain about having a cool July. So, yeah, so that's fun. I am enjoying that project as well. So that's what I worked on this week. In terms of haul, I have very little haul. The only haul I have is I think it's July issue of the World of Cross Stitch came in. I'm going to do a separate video with the flip through in case you're interested. I will be giving this away on that video, not in this video. So if you are interested in seeing what patterns are inside and potentially winning this, you'll want to watch the flip through, which I'll try to get filmed today if possible. So we have a couple of videos coming up, and I do want to do the planner video as well sometime soon this week. So that is the only thing that came in the mail. I have more fabric that should be arriving. I don't know when it will be here. One should have shipped today. One should have been here last week, and it's not. It's coming from overseas, so I'm not sure what happened with that. And then I'm following up on another piece of fabric and floss that should have been, that I ordered a couple months ago. So things will be coming in, but as of right now, that's all I have to show for haul. So that was pretty quick and easy. So I think this is going to be a relatively short video. So let's do giveaways. So giveaways from last week. So we gave away this stockings by Lizzie Kate. A lot of you wanted this. It comes with these little charms. Well, a charm and a button, I guess. And the winner of this is Lynch Helton. Lynch says that she's new to Oregon and she doesn't know anybody. So hi, neighbor. It's nice to meet you. When Acorns and Threads opens up, you said Oregon. I don't know where in Oregon you are. But if you're in the Portland area, when Acorns and Threads allows kind of in-person meetings, maybe we can meet there and you can get to know some Stitchy friends here in Oregon. So welcome to our beautiful, beautiful state. We're glad that you're here. So I do need your address. So Lynch, if you could email me at czookstitch@gmail.com, I'll go ahead and get this in the mail to you. Next up is this lighthouse pattern by Threads Through Time. This was a pattern that my friend Robin, who has a floss tube called Bird's Eye Stitches, she gave this to me, so I decided to give it away. And the winner of this is Annette. There was no last name or anything, so Annette, I need your address. So again, email me at czookstitch@gmail, and I always leave my email in the description box below in case you miss me saying it. And then last was this from Fancy That, gingerbread cookies. Simon really wanted to win this. I told him he was not eligible to win it because he is in fact related to me. But the winner of this is Susan C. And Susan, I think I know your last name, and so if I do know your last name, then I have your address. But if you have never won before and you're a different Susan C than what I'm thinking of, please email me at the email address I've given, and I will get this in the mail. So let me know. Just drop me a quick email would be great. Okay, so giveaways for this week, and this is just the normal giveaways. This is not our 2,000 subscriber giveaways, because we're going to do something a little, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But first up, this beautiful chart. This is Santa's Cabinet. It's by Sam Sarah. It's called Under the Mistletoe. Look at that. So it's a cabinet scene with all different things inside. So there's some sewing equipment, there's some cocoa, some aspirin. So I think that's really, really cute. There's a little elf up there and the Christmas tree. So if you want to win this, say something about mistletoe. And mistletoe is spelled M-I-S-T-L-E-T-O-E. So you can see it right there. M-I-S-T-L-E-T-O-E. So make sure you spell it right because that's what I'll be searching for. So this one, mistletoe. Next up is a shepherd's bush. This is shepherd's bush called Come Adore. And they finished it into a pillow. We're going to say adore for this, A-D-O-R-E. And I'm looking for the stitch count, 49 by 49. So it's not terribly big. And you, of course, don't have to make it into a pillow if you don't want to. But say adore if you want that. And then the last one is another shepherd's bush. And this one is called Scatter Christmas. And you can see down here it says Scatter Christmas, Peace, Cheer, Love, and Joy. So I think that's really sweet. And if you want this one, say cheer. C-H-E-E-R. That word just kind of stood out to me. And I thought that was a really nice sentiment going into, for this Monday morning, going into the week ahead. Cheer. So if you are interested, you can enter for all of them, but you can only win once per week. And be 18 so you can give me your address. And please don't say anything about giveaway or anything like that to keep away the trolls. We're very big on keeping away the trolls in this community. So those are the giveaways for next week. And now I'm going to do the ornament draw. So I am going to pull up my Tiny Decisions app. And so I only have, I think, 5 ornaments left. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 5 ornaments left. I'm going to pick 3 today. And then there'll only be 2. So I'm not going to, this will be the last actual spin. So I will spin the wheel, and then I will go grab the 3 and show you what I'll be starting this week. So for Jolly July, City Sidewalks, which is one of my favorites. I'm super excited about that. First Snow, I like that one too. Stockings Were Hung. Okay, let me go grab them, and I will be right. Okay, I am back. So first up is the stockings. This is, pull out the fabric here. This is from the Christmas Ornament 2019 issue of Just Cross Stitch. It's a Revaris, and it says the stockings were hung. Can you see that? Okay. There we go. The stockings were hung. I think it's really sweet, and I love how they finished it with just, they made it into a pillow with just a little bit of plaid and lace and a little jingle bell. I think that's really sweet. And I am going to do it on the scrap. Really, it's truly a scrap. You know, save your scraps, right? So this is going to be just big enough, but I think I need like a 1.5 inch. Yeah, I'm only going to have 1.5 inch borders, which should be fine. This is 18 count Fiddler's Cloth Aida in light oatmeal. And I just had it laying around in my stash. And so that will work perfectly for that piece. So this one I've been excited to start on. And this is not a gift. This one's just for me. So I will be starting on that. And then next up, this is one of my favorites because it's one of my favorite Christmas songs. It is called City Sidewalks. It's by Glendon Place. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. And I love how they finished it with that blue ribbon and the little bit of kind of tinsel garland around it. And I just love that city scene, and I just love everything about it. I am going to be stitching this on. Is this the called for? It's not the called for. This is another piece of 14 count Aida in Blue Blizzard Opalescent. The called for is 28 count Crystal Mercedes Cashel linen. And for things like ornaments and stuff, for me personally, I don't want to spend linen money. Linen is more expensive than Aida. I'd rather that money go to more stitching things just for me. If I had a stash with some linen in it, a big stash or some scraps, that'd be great, and I would definitely do that. I just don't have that type of a stash. So for me, for things like this, and this is one that's just going to be for me at the house, I think that would also make a really cute flat fold as well. So I'm excited to start on that one. And this next one, First Snow, this is a freebie actually from the Drawn Thread, so I will try to link it below. I think this is so pretty. Can you see? I'm trying not to show the chart. Even though it's a freebie, you should go directly to the website to get the chart. So it's just a tree with some birds and snow in it. And the snow is the Smyrna crosses, so I will have to remember to do that. But I think that's a really pretty one. I am going to use a 28 count Dove Gray from my stash. I had ordered a while ago from Rita Arene on Facebook. She sells stitching fabric by the yard, and so I had ordered a couple yards of this Dove Gray because 28 count, because I thought it would be beautiful. And it is beautiful. I just need to cut it. I haven't cut it yet, and well, I can't serge the edges because I don't have my machine with me. It's in storage. But yeah, so that's what the 3 projects I will be working on this week, the 3 ornaments. But then, like I mentioned earlier, on the 15th, so we're going to be starting Christmas at Hawk-Run Hollow. And I'm using the called for DMC. I'm going to start up here. I am waiting. I'm going to be doing this on 32 count Vanilla Latte by Stitch Me. And that's one of the fabrics I'm waiting on to come in the mail. That should be shipped today. So hopefully it'll be here by Wednesday. If not, it'll be here by Thursday. I've started putting the threads on the floss. There are a lot of threads. I think there's almost 60 colors called for in here. So that's been keeping me busy, but I'm really excited to start my 4th Hawk-Run Hollow, I think it will be. Yeah, my 4th Hawk-Run Hollow. None of them are done yet, but that's beside the point. And then in addition to the 3 ornament starts, the Christmas at Hawk-Run Hollow start, I'm going to continue working on Harbor Haven number 9 to get that towards a finish. So those are my plans for this week. This one, I don't have an idea for a rotation or anything yet in my mind. I'm just going to start it, and then I will probably put it away so that I can keep my focus on getting the spring at Hawk-Run Hollow done and making more progress on the Halloween and autumn. So I don't know. This one kind of came up last minute. I wasn't necessarily expecting to start it this year, but I am very, very excited to add another one to my whip pile. So this will be started and then come out later. Yeah, third thing I wanted to mention. So again, if you aren't watching Robin of Bird's Eye Stitches, go over and watch her. We kind of, I think, get a lot of ideas from each other, and we kind of egg each other on a little bit. So she had mentioned in this week's Flosstube that next year she wants to do more stitching for magazines because she has a lot of magazines. I have a lot of magazines. Well, I have a lot of magazines too, I guess. Well, I have a lot of patterns marked in the magazines that I do have. And so, I never necessarily really think to go to the magazines to look for charts, even though I like them and I have them marked, except for the ornaments. So that's really great. They're all from, not all of them, most of them are from magazines. So I really like that. And I feel like I'm using the magazines. And then when I've stitched everything in it, I can pass it along to one of you to get some enjoyment out of it as well. So what we decided, I thought that was a great idea that she brought up, to do more stitching for magazines. So what we decided for next year, for 2021, so we have plenty of time to plan, is one start a month from a magazine. So there will be 12 magazine starts next year. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, that you would like to also do, and that you kind of have a goal of, I should really stitch for my magazines more, or you want to be looking through your magazines, keep that in mind, that that's going to be something we're going to start doing in 2021. We'll just start one new thing each month to get it in our whip rotations to be able to use our magazines more. Now, currently mine are all in storage, so hopefully I will be able to get them back from storage before that. But yeah, so keep that in mind. It's mid-July now, so you have plenty of time. 5.5 months, I think. 4.5 months. We have plenty of time to look through and find the patterns, and I think that will be really fun too. I always enjoy looking through the items I have, and it helps me appreciate them a little bit more than them just sitting on the shelves. So let's use the things we have. Let's use those magazines up. Keep that in mind. And I'm excited for that piece for next year. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. I will let you go. And I have to clean up around here, and just in case somebody wants to come look at the house. But I plan to be back on Saturday. So watch for it then. We have another open house Saturday afternoon. So if not Saturday, I will definitely be back on Sunday. And then I'm going to try to film a couple other videos for you maybe later this week or next week. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.